Miss Universe. Please welcome Miss Universe 2019, Zozibini Tunzi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Wow, this is amazing.
I know. I should come here every night.
This
it's
is amazing. You should come here every night. Just come and hang out every single night.
I
Congratulations.
should. Thank you, Trevor.
Miss
Thank you.
Universe. Has it sunk in yet?
I don't think so. I think this is like my almost a week now.
Of
and
being...
yeah, and I think I'm getting used to it because at first people would be like, Miss Universe, and I'll just continue going because that's not me.
Miss Universe, you dropped something.
Is that me?
Jupiter, please, Miss Universe. But it is a surreal experience. I mean, like, because you won Miss South Africa, and then you go on this journey to, to compete for Miss Universe. And I mean, it's amazing women from all around the world. Mm-hmm. The competition has evolved over the years to become more about, like, what the women are thinking as well as how you look and what you want to do in the world. So it is a challenging experience to be on. Like, what was this journey? What has it been like for you?
Oof, it's been interesting since I won Miss South Africa and finding out that I would be doing Miss Universe as well. It was incredible, the support that I got from back home, but it was challenging as well because I had a new look that people were not used to. And so I got crowned and I got a lot of different responses, but I was quite excited about it regardless of what was happening.
In what way? Tell me about the responses, because that's interesting, because a lot of people might think that would be something that happens like in a Western country or in another, but this was in South Africa.
In South Africa.
Yeah, you had won a predominantly black country, and yet there were people who said to you, hey, we love you, but...
Yeah, so I first won and I got a lot of comments where, a lot of people said, oh, is this the one this year? She's so able to put on a weave, so why should I? At first people were like, was this a strategy? I'm like, to what? To wake up and be myself? And I was like, no, it's not a strategy. I've had, short hair for 3 years. And I wasn't going to change because I was now stepping into a beauty platform. Right. Because then that means I don't think my hair is beautiful if I'm going to change it. And so I decided to keep it.
You kept it, and everyone is happy that you kept it. You've also kept many of the causes that you've been passionate about. A lot of the time, beauty pageants are associated with a superfluous world, but as I've said over the years, things are changing. The focus is changing. What people are trying to do is changing, and you've taken on a really powerful issue, and that's been gender-based violence, which is far from like a flowery issue that many people would want to tackle. Why gender-based violence, and what would you hope people would understand in and around this conversation?
Yeah. For me, I think my thing began when I won Miss South Africa. And femicide and gender-based violence is very big back home. And I realized that it's not only a South African thing, it's a global issue because we have things like the Me Too movement. We have things like the Time's Up movement. Women are fighting all over the world to be safe again in this world, which is, it's quite crazy to me to have movements where we're fighting just to be alive, just to keep our lives. And I like to say, women are an endangered species these days. I feel like one day we're just going to wake up and, there's no women anymore.
That would be horrible.
So, I know, right?
That's why I'm an ally. That would be horrible. That would be horrible.
Yeah, and so my thing is about gender-based violence is to bring in the men. That's always been my message, because people will ask women, what do you think we should do to fight this? And I'm like, why are you asking me? I'm not the perpetrator in most of the instances, so why don't we call out on the people that are? And so...
That has been really beautiful, because you have sparked a conversation, not just in South Africa, but on all the platforms you've taken around the world, and saying, hey, we need men to be a part of this conversation. We need to be engaging.